So moving on, we have another. It's not even a rumor at this point, but I think you told me earlier as far as Top Rank is starting a subscription service similar to Netflix. Could you give more detail?
So
on that?
basically, what's going on is that, as we know, HBO is going out of business with boxing. I don't think for sure.
Maybe with Top Rank.
I don't think it's definitely with Top Rank. I think HBO is probably going to just keep the big fights and all that other stuff.
With Golden Boy.
Yeah, all that other little fights that we used to see, like in Boxing After Dark, and which were really good fights. You know, we got Arturo Gatti on those events. We had a bunch of other great fights on Boxing After Dark. And I think they're just gonna get rid of that. They're just gonna stick to like big events, and mostly just put them on pay-per-view, or just have like 2 or 3 that are non-pay-per-view, like probably Miyoko Cotto Kamagai, etc., etc. So they're gonna launch it with Pacquiao Horn, which is gonna be pay-per-view due to the streaming event. They haven't just throw out how it's gonna work. I think it's gonna be Top Rank TV. I think that's gonna be the network. Not 100% sure, but I think that's.
I've seen it online. They have like a Top Rank TV. I think it works great because I mean we discussed this the other day. It's just the world changes so much every day. I mean, case in point. I mean, what year are we in? 2017.
Yep.
What year did the iPhone come out in? 05, 06 maybe? It's been about 11 years, and look how much technology has changed. With that, what I want to segue into is TV subscriptions. Look, everyone knows how cable companies are going. I mean, I remember back in the day, you had the I mean, growing up in New York, I know we had Cablevision or Optimum Cable, but hey, my family had a legal cable. We had the black box. In Spanish, they call it la cajita negra. You get it for like $150, and they had all the channels, had all the spice, all that stuff, all the pay-per-view. I remember watching Mike Tyson fights, and they had like a little button in the back. You had to pop with your finger. I was hoping to get that. If my arm would get tired, I'd be like, just switch out. And then when I got the signal, it's like perfect. We'd watch the fight, and obviously a lot of Mike Tyson fights are really short. Yeah. My point is pretty much that cable companies and phone companies, anyone who provides those type of services, AT&T, Comcast, or wherever you are out west in the Midwest, Time Warner, Spectrum, whatever it is, they normally would charge a set amount. Now, most of the time when boxing is on, being that it's on regular TV, it's usually used to be. It's on HBO or Showtime. And those channels obviously are subscription channels. You got to pay extra to have those channels. Now, what's going on lately is that obviously cable, it doesn't take much to see that anyone who watches cable, there's really not much to see. A lot of reruns, not a lot of creative content. Obviously with things like Netflix and Hulu and all those other things, that gives the opportunity to have more creative content. People that usually would make a series for TV, now if that series doesn't get picked up by a network, they can do it on Netflix. On Netflix, you can actually be more open. You can curse on Netflix. You have more creative content, because the thing is, TV is made for media, for commercials. So when you make TV, it has to be clean. It has to follow whatever the trend is in society. Basically, it's not like Good Times. I don't know if you've seen Good Times or All in the Family. Those shows that they were very revolutionary at the time. Like they were talking about gays in America, racism, and All in the Family, drugs, and the communities. Stuff like that, on Netflix, like look at all those shows like on things like Netflix. My point being is that a lot of people are getting rid of cable. Cable is not even relevant at this point. So Top Rank being smart, I mean, I think it's a great move. It's like, you know what? Let's ride this wave. If cable subscriptions are down, let's just create our own channel that has an online access, and then we can. There's so much you can do with it. You can have pretty much your fights, your main events. You can have interviews, you can have specials like 24/7. You can do so much. I mean, not even go any further, look at the WWE. They have the WWE Network. You pay $10 a month and you can watch SummerSlam from 80 something. You can watch all the events, old wrestlers, past and present, on one subscription. So it's like, it makes sense, because boxing is not halfway. Either you're a full boxing fan and you watch this shit a lot, or you don't watch it at all. It's not like basketball or football where like, oh, I got a team. I sometimes watch it, sometimes don't. Most of the time, most fans, most times, unless you're a casual fan, you watch all of it. That's why I think the model went to that from in the 80s and 70s, where they aired it on ABC. and they say, hey, we're gonna have boxing on regular TV to boxing on cable, because he knew, hey, we're paying too much money to have boxing on regular TV. Let's put it on a cable subscription to where if someone wants to buy it, they'll pay the extra money. And we don't got to pay for advertising, because obviously you're going through a source that they don't have advertising. You got to pay for the content. So I think it's a great move by Top Rank. And who knows? I honestly think, I know Oscar had the Estrella TV or Golden Boy TV.
Yeah.
I don't know how's that. I think I know it's on the channel, but I think they should all follow the same model. It would be easier. It would be easier to have it on a mobile device. I'm gonna get off my soapbox. That's how I feel about it. I think it's a game changer. I think it's the right thing to do, and it's only a matter of time. Hopefully all boxing could just be on that type of media, unless it's a big fight. Let's say it's on pay-per-view, but technically, if you have pay-per-view, you don't even need to have HBO or Showtime, because pay-per-view is anything, as long as you have a subscription. But honestly, if you have a phone, if you download this app from Top Rank, you could still purchase it without having a cable subscription. So it works either way. So any thoughts?
So basically, the way I've heard that Top Rank is signing a lot of gatekeepers and a lot of guys from the bottom. Basically, the way it sounds is like they're gonna have like regular, like those fights that we watch at Boxing After Dark as on a regular basis. So you're probably gonna be paying $10 or $9.99 a month. But then if you want to see like Pacquiao, who's a little bit a little bit more expensive, you're probably gonna have to pay a little extra, or they'll have some ways to work it out. But that's what I'm hearing, and supposedly he's gonna launch for the Pacquiao Horn fight. So that's gonna be pay-per-view. So let's see how it works. But honestly, I'm hyped about it. I won't mind paying $10 for boxing. I'm a truly boxing fan, and I'm probably gonna sign up. I'm signing up for Netflix and Hulu, and I don't use it that often. I'm probably gonna get rid of Hulu and get this Top Rank, whatever.
I think it's for the Showtime and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Hulu I use for the Showtime. They have Showtime, and it's cheaper than the subscription with cable. Cable, which is $14. I only pay like $8, and I watch my live fights through the HBO Showtime app, so I could stream it to my TV. And it works. It works cheaper, and I could watch live TV basically. Sometimes I'm driving, I can just watch Showtime fights, so it works for me. But probably now that you brought it up, probably I get rid of Netflix that doesn't really offer that much boxing.
Or you can keep them.
But yeah, also if you got Cody Box, you probably could get Netflix and all that other stuff. But yeah, man.
All right.
I think it's a great move for boxing. Top Rank is doing. They like you said, they're
looking to the future, man.
They're moving with technology, which is pretty cool, man.